Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the final day of coverage from Berwick, Nova Scotia, the Kings Mutual Center in Berwick, Nova Scotia. It's the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Provincial Hockey Championships. It is the bronze medal game featuring the number 2 seed Landworks Gulls taking on the number 3 seed Western Hurricanes. And I know these teams that they had bigger goals in mind, but they just ran into a couple of hot goaltending teams, and of course they're now playing for bronze. But you know, based on some of the social media sites, both teams pretty happy with the effort that they put on the ice yesterday, and especially Ian Haverstock putting out a tweet that not the result we wanted, but really proud of his boys' effort last night in their loss to the ACAA Rangers, and the Western Hurricanes feel the same way. Here, we'll send it down to ice level for O Canada. And just like that, we'll be underway in a couple of seconds. Let's take a look at the starting goaltenders here this morning. Jeremy Robar had a stellar year for the Western Hurricanes, taking home some hardware just before the semifinals yesterday. But Connor McGinnis out of Chester Basin, 5 wins, 6 losses, a 3.22 goals against average, will get the start here this morning. And playing in his final game for the Gulls here is Gavin McGinn. Last year, he was pretty well, came in relief and turned things around and guided him to a provincial championship. And a classy move by Ian Haverstock to give him the start today. Gavin McGinn out of Hatchick Lake, Nova Scotia, 12 wins, 5 losses, and a 2.40 goals against average. And we are underway. The Gulls in the black and the Western Hurricanes in the white and red jerseys. Both these teams having disappointing losses, but you know they're going to come out and they are guns flying, and they were pretty pumped up, hanging around the dressing rooms just before the start of this one. There's Spittle with a shot, and I don't know if I think it might have hit a body before it got to McGinn. And you can see here the intensity is already matched, but the thing is you've got to know that if you were third in your province in the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League, you got to be happy with that, as Glover got that shot away and stopped there by McGinn, and whistle stops play. It was Brown, pardon me, so teams making changes here in the early going. 32 seconds have ticked off the clock. This is actually the 5th matchup between these teams. They met 3 times in the regular season, and they also met yesterday in the provincial playoff. Shot, scores! Just like that. Tic-tac-toe, easy face-off win, and the Hurricanes lead 1-0. Miro with the goal. He had 2 assists in their win back in October against the Gulls. Lights the lamp early here, 1-0. Just 36 seconds into the first. We'll get the official announcement here in a second, but that's how quickly it was. Right off the face-off and in the net. Miro did get it, and now he's up there looking for another one in the corner. And that's out front of the doorstep. And it's in. Scores. Wow. 2 goals, 59 seconds. It's 2-0. It just trickled in over the line. And what a fast start the Hurricanes are off to. But they have a little bit more fresher than the Gulls because the Gulls went into overtime last night against the ACAA Rangers. Lawson Cook with the goal. He had a goal against the Gulls back in December, and he just got another one against them, so he must like playing against them. Cook with the second goal for the Hurricanes. It's 2-0. And they're up there looking for more. So far, McGinnis hasn't seen a shot. Shots are 3-0 in favor of the Hurricanes. Hurricanes the scoreboard has a little bit different than what we were told before the game. So the visitors, of course, are going to be the Hurricanes on the scoreboard. And the Gulls will be the home team. And McGinnis there with his first stop as he gets a little bit of action, but man, it's got to be a little bit of shock here, especially you know that the Landworks Gulls are maybe not as fresh as they'd like to be. But here they are. They got that top line out there once again of Chassis, McDonald, Cam McDonald, and Hurlbert. Hurlbert didn't play in their game yesterday. There's a shot, scores! And coming back is Chassis. I have a funny feeling that we could be in for a high-scoring game. 2 minutes and 1 second. We have 3 goals on the board, and it's 2-1. Well, credit to Chassis. I don't know if there was a deflection out front, but could possibly be, but we'll get the official announcement. But these teams not wasted any time and lighting the lamp. It is Chassis. There's a shot wide there. He's looking for another one. And Keys, who's took out some hardware yesterday for being a stellar defenseman for the Western Hurricanes in the regular season, dumps it in. And we're coming up to the 2.5-minute mark here in the opening period. Cam McDonald lost his glove on the play. Will pick it up. The shot that handcuffs Gavin McGinn, but he quickly recovers in time. 2 minutes and 33 seconds gone here in the first period. Goals by Amiro and Cook for Western and Chassis for the Gulls. 2-1. And you got to give the teams credit. You kind of figured, well, you know, they still have the hangover of the disappointment of not getting to that gold medal game and try to represent your province at the AAA Bantam Championships that are going to be taking place, hosted by the Mid-Isle Matrix over in Prince Edward Island. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Gone, here in the first period. Definitely been a long weekend, but you can kind of see why it is so hard to be, win your regular season and then try to come here and win a provincial championship. Especially this could have been possibly even the gold medal game. In the meantime, unable to kick it up to a stick there was Connor Benjamin. Charles following up. Oh, Benjamin with a shot. That hits a blocker. That almost went out underneath the crossbar and in. That's a close call. Coming up to 3.5 gone here in the opening period. These teams, of course, finished pretty high. Second and third in the regular season, and in the playoff rounds, they took the Western Hurricanes the full 3 in their series to get past the Joan L. Gem Cougars. And for the Landworks Gulls, they defeated the Bearcats 2 straight in that best-of-3 series. But in game number 1, they were really outshot, and some questionable goaltending there by the Truro Bearcats. Oliver Arnfest, he led in a weak one early against Cam McDonald, and really kind of hard for the Bearcats to recover like that. And also they were 2 men down at one point, and the Bearcats actually survived that, but they just were unable to get really much in terms of offense going against the Gulls, even though they had lots of shots sent down the ice for the icing call. We're coming up to the 4.5 minute mark here in period number 1. Shot 6-2, so kind of a little bit of a settle down period as the Hurricanes came out, guns a-blazing. Landworks Gulls with a goal by Chassis have settled things down, and 2-1 hockey game now, and I'm sure that is relief to Ian Heverstock in his first year. The former coach last year was out on Twitter, and we'll talk about that during the next break here. Gavin McGinn comes out and plays it along the near side. Lead pass. Here's Chassis looking for another one. He's got the lone goal right now for the Gulls. Centered there to Hurlburt. He was there, but McGinnis got a bit of a stick on there and made that impossible there for Hurlburt to get the tap in. Another wrist shot, and Hurlburt falls down. He's actually hit there by Amiro, but does a fantastic job of getting the shot off. Past the 5 minute mark here in the opening period. The top line here of McDonald, Herbert, and Chassis doing the work here. Patrick McGilvery bouncing off the boards, and Hurricanes were on their own side of center ice. Icing is the call. To get back to that Andre Lefebvre story. Andre Lefebvre, assistant coach now here for the Valley Junior A Wildcats, coaches in this building for Nick Greeno as an assistant, as I mentioned. Last year coached the Gulls to the provincial championship in North Sydney, Nova Scotia, and he said that he was proud of the Gulls' effort. Knows that's not where they want to be, but on a classy act that Andre Lefebvre is, he also is wishing Paul Hunt, the coach of the Rangers, best of luck in the gold medal championship. Here is Beck along with McLean and Charles. McLean stopped by McGinn. McGinn yesterday was the starting goaltender, and McLean got a shot that hit the blocker, went in after it hit the back, and it was the lone goal in the round robin portion, but this time McGinn up to the task. Says not this time, McLean, and keeps it 2-1. 9:13 left to go in the opening period here from the arena known as the Apple Dome in Berwick, Nova Scotia. There's Dickerson making a nice move there to get away from a checker. McNamara back for the puck out of Upper Tantown, Nova Scotia. 5'6", 140-pounder. And here he is with the puck. Edwards driving towards the net, but doesn't get the pass. It was in the skates of the Western Hurricane defender. He didn't know it. McNamara trying to settle a bouncing puck down. Here is McLean out of Bridgewater. 5'2", 97 pounds. Not afraid to go in the corner, as you see, with his size. Goes down on the play. Penalty coming up. It's our first one. It's going to be a slash. And it's going to go against the Gulls. McNamara to the gate. 6 minutes and 30 seconds the time of the penalty. Power play number 1 here for the Western Hurricanes. They'll set things up here. Keith Spittle will play the point here. Glover, as you see, spinning around, as well as Brown. And I imagine Beck will be here on the second unit. In the meantime, Nolan McDonald is the other one. That's your power play unit there for the Western Hurricanes. 8:09 left. Keys with a saucer to Spittle. Spittle tees it up, fires a shot, hits a body, bounces off those lively inboards here. And McGinn covers up. 8:01 left to go here in the period. Watch Inside AUS on TV1 for a weekly look at the players, coaches, and administrators that make Atlantic University sport the ultimate student athlete experience. Inside the AUS is available to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada, Channel 1 and 401, as well as TV1 online. 5 TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliant. Hurricanes pressing here with 7:48 left to go here in the opening period, a 2-1 lead with a team that's, well, they're based out of southern Nova Scotia with players all over the map, as I've mentioned in previous broadcasts, as McGinn stops that one. Minute and 8 left in the McNamara penalty. And that second unit that I mentioned is out here. And that's led there by Will Chisholm, Beck, and Amiro. It's in the corner right now, and Amiro, who's got one of the 2 goals for the Hurricanes, trying to cut out front of the net, and he's hauled down. The referee right there going to call a holding penalty. So it'll be a 2-man advantage here for the Gulls, or pardon me, for the Hurricanes. The Gulls will be down 2 men for 58 seconds. Adam McDonald will go to the gate. 7:33 the time. So we're past the halfway point here in the opening period. Goals by Amiro and Cook for the Hurricanes and Chassis for the Gulls. 2-1 where we stand. Nice piece of work there by the Bridgewater, Nova Scotia native Lane. He's got it now. Wrist shot. Actually, looked like he was trying to set Amiro down low. On the doorstep there, trying to whack at it is Chisholm. Lane was thinking about coming in and pinching, and Gulls clear it. And it'll go, thought we might go on to McGinnis, but doesn't quite have enough mustard. In the meantime, Boudreau out of Church Point will come back with it. 13 seconds left in the McNamara penalty. Here's Chisholm looking for help. Off the pitch, low of a shot down low, and stopped there by McGinn. 7 seconds left in the McNamara penalty and 1:10 left in the Adam McDonald penalty. And just a reminder that coming up, we will have the gold medal game at 1 o'clock against a couple of teams we never thought would be in the big dance. The number 7 seed, Dartmouth Whalers, they were the wild card, and they're taking advantage of being the wild card. Penalty to McNamara's over against the Whalers. We'll have that here on Bell 5 TV1. So now it's a 5-on-4 for 56 seconds. Passing, I was going to say good, but Charles was unable to handle that there for the Hurricanes. Benjamin. And now the 4-man box set up here by the Gulls. Nickerson was thinking about going. Ooh. Low actually blew a tire, but gets up just enough time to hold the line there for the Hurricanes as they'll send it around. Nickerson, nice hands to keep it along the line. Beck trying to set up. Benjamin down low, hits a stick and goes high. 20 seconds left in the penalty. 5:40 left in the period. Adam McDonald is off for a hold. 13 seconds, and killing some precious seconds are the Gulls penalty killers. Down to 5 seconds and is kept outside. Standing up, ready to join is Adam McDonald, and he joins the play. Actually, he'll go to the bench for a change. Even strength. Nice work there by Purdy and David Purdy. I mentioned yesterday in their game against the Western Hurricanes how well they played. And there they were, freezing the puck along the boards, killing seconds, and really preventing the Hurricanes there in the dying stages of that power play of getting anything going. Shots 10-3. That's kind of a surprise here. Hurricanes leading that category, but you know, they not afraid to throw up a lot of rubber because they've got some scoring power. Glover, Benjamin, Charles, Amiro, and of course Beck. 5:10 to go in the opening period. Gulls now back trying to get some scoring chances down into the Hurricane zone. Spittle will spin it around. They'll go far side. Flipped up. That actually hits the glove of McDonald in the center ice area. And stays in the center ice area. It was dumped in briefly, but dumped back out. And now the Hurricanes, well, they dumped it in, but they're unable to hold the line and back down in their own zone with 4:38 left to go here in period number 1 from the Kings Mutual Center in Berwick, Nova Scotia. Cam McDonald blocked by Keys. You see why Keys got some awards for a stellar defensive play, getting in the way of the Cam McDonald shot. Here's Dempster, makes a couple moves. That hits a body. It was there in the high slot. It's set towards the corner there by the Hurricanes. A little bit of pressure here by the Gulls with 4 minutes to go in the period. There's a shot from the point that stopped. Edwards was back there a bit as the defenseman was up. Actually, it was McDonald, pardon me. So 4:01 left to go here in the opening period. Just a reminder to join our host, Scott Squires, for the East Coast Sports Show on 5TV1 to get up to date on what's happening across the TV1 sports landscape. The East Coast Sports Show is available on demand to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on Channel 1 and 41, as well as online at bellline.ca/TV1. 5TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliance. 3:45 left to go, and I wonder if my voice is going to go here in the opening period. We've been here since Thursday, and it's been stellar hockey. We've been glad to be here. And you can tell it's been exciting. So I do apologize for the possible loss of the voice here, but we'll get through the broadcast here. I'm glad you could join us here. It's the bronze medal game here from the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Championships here on Bell 5 TV1. My name is Dan Hobson. Cole Wilston and I will have the call for the gold medal game between the Whalers and the Rangers. 3 minutes to go, delayed offside. Hurricanes have to come out. Bit of a line change there for the Hurricanes. There's a late pass, and here's Cooper. All by himself, 1-on-3. Now joining the play is McLeod. Actually, McLeod says, don't see the chances of really getting a shot, so he'll go off for a change with 2:43 left. A burst of speed. Here is Dickerson, drops it off. Charles with a shot, and that's wide. Went through a maze of players, rolled on goal. McGinn puts the paddle and sends it towards the corner. Walking up front, scores! Benjamin! It's 3-1. Defense locking there. 12 minutes and 34 seconds, the time of the goal. How somebody's allowed to walk from the corner and go right down in front of McGinn and not be touched. That's just not going to do it, and these Western Hurricane players can find the back of the net. Here's the Gulls now, a 2-on-1 shot. McGinnis with the save. Left a rebound there briefly. And up there is Cam McDonald. So you're probably going to see a lot of Cam McDonald, and now a little bit of a line change here. Cam McDonald as well as Hurlbert and Klein. Was, of course, Chassie, and it's actually McNamara, pardon me. So but they are switched the lines up a bit, trying to, maybe spread the offense and try to get two solid lines instead of one real strong line. Chassie, Cam McDonald, and Hurlbert were together for most of the game yesterday against the Rangers, and he'll split things up now. Here is Purdy, Edwards, and Purdy. Sounds like a law firm? Yes, it does. David Purdy, Stephen Purdy out of Halifax, and we mentioned Edwards. They were solid. They had a solid line, and they really had some pressure against these Western Hurricanes. They weren't able to get a goal, but then again, the Gulls weren't able to get anything past Robar. Robar with his second shutout of the playoffs. And he's a spectator there for this one. Solid season. And sent back out center ice area by the Gulls. Hurricanes just get over the line and send it in. That's Glover. Sent towards the corner. Tried to line up his man and gets out of the way just in time. Minute 12 left to go. Here's Keys pinching in. Sends towards the net. Scores! Wow. Kevin McKidd, you got to feel sorry for him playing in his last game. And the Gulls just not playing any defense. It's 4-1. 12:53 the time. Western Hurricanes, they're not wasting time. They got goals 23 seconds apart. That one was 19 seconds. Justin Brown got the goal. 4 goals, 4 different goal scorers as we're coming up to the 1 minute mark, making it 4-1. Last minute of play as you hear the PA announcer announce the goal. That rolls down, shots 13-5, and this, as you say, like as I meant to say, difficult to come back after a really heartbreaking loss that the Gulls had. But the Hurricanes, same situation for them, but they're just coming out. They know that, last year here's a team that didn't even make the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincials. So, I mean, to get here is probably quite an accomplishment. And to be third in the province, that's what keeping them in. But, of course, the Gulls, they've been merely a consistent model franchise for the league. They've been playing out of 10 talent. So, I mean, in that area, and they've been winning championships, of course, the provincials. They've been a consistent franchise pretty well since the beginning of the league. And this is, of course, not what they want, but, they got a solid effort. But I'm sure that maybe Ian Heverstock or their former coach, Andre Lefebvre, not too happy. In the meantime, that's what we call the offside. And Gilbert with a little bit of a bump to a Hurricane player, and the linesman quickly in and gives a little bit of a hand salute to Carruthers. 10 seconds left here in period number 1. The bronze medal game. 7 seconds left to go. Gulls will have the final shot here. Chasse fires it. That's blocked. And Lowell will send it down right on goal as the horn goes to end the opening period. Shots 15-13, and shock starting to be the word. But the thing is, it's a 2 second place team and a third place team going at it. Can't really be too surprised because anything's possible. But you could say then that first period that the Gulls were a little bit weak defensively, resulting in those 4 because one of the players was allowed to walk out front, and it was Benjamin, and then Brown right on the doorstep. So 2 of those 4 goals were just as a result of maybe defensive breakdowns there by the Landworks Gulls. So now, of course, the teams will switch ends here in the second period. And you can see Ian Heverstock just pounds the shoulders, says, McGinn, you're going start to finish here today. And this is the thing, like, not only is it a bronze medal that's up for grabs, it's also a chance here for one of the players that are leaving their respective programs here. Of course, Major Bantam, you pretty well play here for 2 years. The first year you're a rookie, second year you're a veteran. And Gavin McGinn gave them a stellar performance last year in the provincials in North Sydney, playing his last game here, but not having the same result. There's a shot that hits a stick there by Charles as plays back underway here in the second period. And you can see that Haverstock shortening the bench already here as he's got the line out here. Chassie, Hurlbert, and Cam McDonald. Keating back here playing D. Here is Beck now, so the top line's out here against each other to start. Keys backhands it, avoids a hit from Chassie. Beck with the puck. Allowed to go for skate with it. Keys now coming in, pitch it in, shot! And that doesn't get towards the net. A nice setup there by the Hurricanes. They're skating around as if they got the power play. There it is, going towards the net. It's the outside of the net as they come up to 1 minute gone here in the second period. Pass behind Chassie. Takes a bump there from Spittle, but hasn't enough just to get it in. And now the forward line change in the meantime. Edwards was unable to keep it in, trying to kick it. And a penalty coming up. Could this be for too many men? If it is, it will be the third straight penalty here for the Landworks Gulls. And that's what looks like to be the case. And that is a too many men penalty. Was a sloppy change. Of course, the second period, it's the long change here. I think maybe if Edwards didn't touch it, they would have been all right, but he was trying to keep it in. And 3 straight penalties here for the Landworks Gulls. Things going from bad to worse here for them. The thing that you got to remember here for the Landworks Gulls, this was pretty well a big turnover from last year's team. Only 2 or 3 players that were on this team last year here at the provincials, and one of them is in goal, Gavin McGinn. So, and of course the Rangers, they've, of course in the gold medal game, will have the experience as they have some players that were on this stage last year in North Sydney. So I think that the Gulls may bounce back next year, and watch out for them. They'll be contending once again, but they're pretty well contenders every year. So they came up to the 2-minute mark. Nice piece of stick handling there by Brown, but he spun around, lost the puck. Adam McDonald had a chance to clear. McLeod, the second chance there for the Gulls. Hurricanes still pressing. Cook with the shot, blocked there by McDonald. Out of head of St. Margaret's Bay, Nova Scotia, the 125-pounder. Falls down the play, gets up. Gives a little bit of a stick there to Brown down low. Dempster up there trying to come up with a loose puck for the Gulls. Up to McLeod. 41 seconds left in the too many men penalty. McLeod trying to get a wrist shot that hits the stick of Nickerson, stays in behind the net. 30 seconds left to go in the too many men penalty. Hurricanes. And that gave a little bit of difficulty to McGinn on the dump in. Canes make changes, and that will allow Purdy to send it down the ice. David, it's Stephen Purdy as well as McGilvery. And Carruthers, the penalty killing unit, and they're going to kill it off. It's about center ice area. McNamara joins the play. The too many men penalty is over. Unscathed are the Landworks Gulls. Boudreau spins around. There's a hit there as Carruthers and Amiro collide. McNamara fresh out of the box. Loses his stick, trying to get it out. Oh, there's a big hit there by Purdy. Hurricanes wanted a penalty. Gavin McGinn spinning around, loose puck. And it's sent right back down the ice. Gavin McGinn doing a little bit of figure skating, a couple of spins on his knees. When he turned around, he looked to see the puck was not in his net. That was making him happy, but it was right in front. And the Hurricanes had a chance to get their 5th. But just in the nick of time, Gulls send it down. They'll get some fresh legs out here as they've iced the puck. Once again, a short bench right now for the Landworks Gulls. The top line out here of Chasse, McDonald, and Hurlbert there. And here's the first penalty coming up to the Hurricanes as Hurlbert was tripped. He had dreams of possible breakaway. They're going to call it interference. The first penalty of the game for the Hurricanes, the first power play, and this may be what Coach Haverstock needs to get the troops going. It's going against Beck, too. 3 minutes and 54 seconds of the second period. Face-off won by the Gulls, so they'll set things up here. Chasse will play the point here, so you'll see Hurlbert, McDonald, and Purdy. Ian Haverstock giving some playing time here to Purdy here on the power play. Kind of surprised not to see Klein. There's Dempster now right in the middle. Cam McDonald, face-off circle, fires a shot. Not sure if it hit anything, but it was high and over the net. 30 seconds gone. Charles up there as well as Benjamin, and that hits Benjamin's stick, but is unable to get over the line, so it's still in there. Cam McDonald with some nice dangles towards the middle. Spins around. Not as he eluding the Hurricane, he eluded Dempster. There's Dempster with the wrist shot that's wide, bounces off those boards. Hurricanes will get it down the ice thanks to the great work and the long stick of Ben Charles, 5'10". Lead pass there by McGinn to center ice area. They're unable to click. Here's Cook now, short-handed chance, and right into the shin guards of Ryan Dempster. Dempster, a solid defenseman here for the Landworks Gulls. Edwards coming back. Had a pretty good playoff round against the Bearcats. But the Hurricanes will send it down. McGinn's going to have to play it as a couple of Hurricanes were getting right close to the vicinity. Brought it around the near side boards as we're coming up to the 5.5 minute mark here in the second period. Carruthers now hooked there, and it's going to be called. Amiro's like, yeah, that's a pretty easy call as the referee was right there in the neighborhood, so it's a 2-man advantage for 25 seconds coming up. The interference penalty to Beck is 25 seconds left in it. Hurricanes win the draw and send it down the ice. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the second period, and it's been all Hurricanes. They struck early. They had 2 goals before even the 1 minute mark. They scored at 36 seconds with 59 seconds. There's a shot stopped by McGinnis. McGinnis had one game in the round robin portion of the provincial championships, and he was stellar between the pipes. And he's one of the smaller goaltenders around at 5'3", but boy, he can look big. 2-man advantage over, so now it's a 5-on-4 now for 1:28. Beck went to the bench, so fresh legs out here, so it's Nickerson, Charles, Brown, and Lowell. McDonald, pardon me, for the Hurricanes out here, the penalty killers. Nickerson trying to get away, and a nice stick there as the Purdy's once again fighting along the boards, come out with the puck. Here's Carruthers now. Cooper blocked. Could it be an odd man chance here? No, Nickerson was going, but then lost the biscuit, and now fresh penalty killers out here for the Western Hurricanes. Klein up, Cooper, nice stick there. Denied them from getting over the blue line. Carruthers will send it in, banking it off the boards. Edwards out there, but he's unable to get to it in time and sent back down the ice by the Hurricanes. Right on to McGinn. McGinn will play it up. Bouncing puck there for Chassie, but he'll settle it down, and he's trying to spin away there from Chisholm. 17 seconds left in the Amiro penalty. Landworks Gulls unable to get anything going. Here's Chisholm from a short angle, puts the brakes on, walks out front and trying to jam it through. But Gavin McGinn shuts the door. Visit bellline.ca/TV1 for the live TV1 webcast schedule and on-demand content. You'll also get information on TV1 live events available only to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on Channel 1 and 401. 5 TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliant. Penalty to Amiro is over, so we're even strength as we pass the halfway point in the second period. Hurricanes up by 3. Get everybody up to date on the scoring. It's been Amiro, Cook, Benjamin, and Brown. And they got all their goals there in the first period. And Chassie got the goal for the Gulls in the second, in the first, pardon me. There's a shot by Keys that hits the glove of McGinn and goes towards the corner. So just to make things clear, Chassie at 2:01 of the first period. So no scoring so far here in this second period, which has 6:47 left. Keys that hits the skate of Chisholm. Spittle will come in. There's a shot, goes wide. Keys pinching in once again. You got to like that these defensemen here for the Hurricanes not afraid to pinch. There's McDonald back to Spittle. Tees it up, hits a stick, and that almost went in. McLean trying to deflect off some bodies and get it past McGinn. Gulls had 4 men back, and they'll send it down the ice, and they'll get a change with 6:19 left to go, second period. Bronze medal hardware, that's what's up for grabs here between the Gulls and the Hurricanes. Glover out here with McDonald. For the Western Hurricanes. 6:10 left to go. Also out there is Brown. I was waiting to see if it was. Glover, Brown, and McDonald, the forward line for the Canes. Landworks Gulls. McNamara will get the puck. Pass picked off. They're intended for Purdy, but right there was the Hurricanes. They'll dump it in. That takes a funny bounce. It's on the net. Hurricanes want to play it so that the faceoff doesn't come outside the line. They successfully get it off the back of the net, so play will continue on. 5:38. And slapped in once again. Gulls having some difficulty trying to get things going in transition. Here's Glover now, walks down Main Street. Glover, wrist shot. McGinn with the stop. Lowell with a tap, and McNamara not too pleased with the tap afterwards by Lowe. Gives him a shove. 5:23 left. Second period. Charles Benjamin here, the forward line, and then once again McLeod and Edwards get some playing time, as well as McLeod. So it's looking to see to try to generate some stuff as it's Klein here centering this line. Pardon me. There's a shot there by the Hurricanes. Benjamin that stopped there on the short side there by McGinn with 5 left to go. Edwards, Klein, and McLeod, the forward line, just to make things clear. Less than 5 to go here in the second period. Shots 20-7 in favor of the Hurricanes. They have just been coming out cooking with gas here, trying to win that bronze medal as that gets by McGilvery. McGilvery quickly recovers. Klein up to Edwards, almost a suicide pass. Edwards just puts it in on net, and McGinnis covers up, but not really much Edwards could do. There was a couple of Hurricanes players in the neighborhood and really unable to get much in terms of composite on it. 28 the shots, as I mentioned, 4-1, 4.5 left here in the second period. Doing the goal scoring here for the Hurricanes, Amiro, Cook, Benjamin, and Brown, and Chassis for the Gulls. So we thought we might see a lot of goals based on what the first period brought us, but this second thing's a little bit more defensive. And of course, still lots of time left here in this second period. Hurricanes just a little bit more physical, bumping Gulls off the puck. There's a shot, a big glove save there by Amiro on the shot there by Cook. Cook looking for his second one. Again says, not today, not right now. 4:04 left. Key's going to come up here and trying to pinch and try to generate some offense. Chisholm was back there playing defense briefly. Now they'll switch and make the adjustment. There's aforementioned Keys chopping it in, keeping it in. That's on net, stopped by Cook, and a little bit of a brief pause. I'm not sure the referee wanted to begin to play. There wasn't really any Hurricanes in the neighborhood, and so he'll blow the play dead with 3:47 left. Cook and McDonald to take the draw, and McDonald will come up with it. Lead pass to Hurlbert, so the big line though here. Icing waved off. Hurricanes all back. That actually hits a body, stays in the corners. Chisholm's following up. They'll go far side. Can the Hurricanes get there to try to get out of their own zone? No. Cam McDonald holds it in. There's a glove stop. Big rebound. And another stop there by McGinnis. In the meantime, Chassis and Lowell, it looks like, once again exchanging pleasantries as the linesman jumps in. It was Keys, pardon me. So anyway, no penalties on the play as a result of the post-whistle activities. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Hurricanes trying to flip it high and out. Then knocked down there by Young, kept in briefly. And hand pass being called with 3:09 left in this second period. For a 4-1 hockey game. This is the 2016-2017 live stream of the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Provincial Hockey Championships here at Bell 5 TV1. 5 TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliant. McNamara, Purdy, and Cooper, the forward line here for the Gulls. McDonald, McLean, and Brown for the Hurricanes. Here's Cooper now, trying to get things going, and that hits a body and right on to McGinnis, and right in the midsection he had the puck, and no rebound for the stop. Face-off coming up to the right of McGinnis, who's looked pretty stellar, even though he has not been the busier of the two goaltenders. 22-11 the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. Purdy wins the draw, sends it in towards the corner with the Hurricanes allowed the break of their own zone. There's Young there with a nice stick there. Just got it off Benjamin in time. This puck will go back down into the Hurricane zone with 2.5 left to go. Second period. Nickerson with a nice stick by the Gulls. They'll keep it in the zone. Following up there, doing some great work, Daniel Klein. Klein actually had 1 goal and 1 assist in their 4-2 win over Western back in January. Unable to get things going here. Here's a possible breakaway for Lowell. Lowell going at him again. Shot. Toe save. Second chance off the outside of the net. 2 chances, but here's McLeod now. Another breakaway chance. Oh, coming over with a nice defensive play there were the Hurricanes. A big one there by Boudreau in his second season. So this will be a graduating game for him, and he makes a big stop. 100 seconds left as McNamara sends it in. What a good shift that was there. Keys joining the rush, and McGinn with the stop. Kind of a big stop. I know it's a 3-goal game. If that goes in, any chance of a possible Gulls comeback would probably be out the door. That's a big stop there by the veteran. 1:18 left to go. Here is McGilvery now for the Gulls. Up to Klein. 1-on-2. Was thinking of trying to split. Now he'll go outside wide. Centering there. Cooper driving towards the net. And Spittle with another defensive play. And a glove save by McGinnis. McGinnis saying, hey, Robar, I'm going to give you a run here for the goaltending job next year. Gets a tap on the head there in the meantime, pushing and shoving afterwards. And you can see maybe the frustration starting to set in here on the Gulls just a bit. But they know they pretty well got to start getting in McGinnis. He's had too much of a relaxed morning so far in the bronze medal game. Not really much in terms of pressure. Not really a lot of players there in the kitchen of McGinnis. Get some bodies in front of the net as we come up to 1 minute to go here in the second period. Hurricanes, fantastic job. Face-off circle in their own zone. Here's Charles now trying to feather a pass through to Beck. Beck trying to deflect the pass again, but the pass a little bit too far. Keys knocks down that saucer pass right along the ice. Gavin McGinn makes the first stop. 37 seconds left to go. And a nice piece of work there by Cooper to avoid the hit. Here's Klein now. Wrist shot. They must be getting really close to an end of a shift. Cooper, McLeod, and Klein. McGilvery will dump it in. And we have a penalty coming up here along the far side boards. It's going to be a slash. And another trip to the box there for the Gulls, and it's going to be McLeod for the slash. 14:39, the time of the penalty. Mitchell McLeod of the Timberley, Nova Scotia, will sit 2 or less for the slash. 16 seconds left to go. Adam McDonald trying to clear, just gets outside the line. There's Chassis Arrow. And you know they're pretty well going to be in offensive mode even though they're shorthanded. 5 seconds left. Cam McDonald can't get the shot off. Gets a second chance on a sharp angle that's stopped. And that's how this second period will end, or I didn't quite hear the horn. But it is zeros on the clock, and that's the most important thing. So 4-1's where we stand here. No goals in the second period. Goals came in plenty in the first. Amiro, Cook, Benjamin, and Brown for the Western Hurricanes, and Chassis for the Gulls, and that was in the first period, nothing in the second. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the final 20 minutes here, the bronze medal game between the Western Hurricanes and the Landworks Gulls. You're watching Bell 5 TV1's coverage of the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Championships on Bell 5 TV1. Just before we get underway here in third period action, a reminder to join our very own Scott Squires as he chats with Sarah Lunny on CTV's Sideline Scoop each Monday at 8:40 a.m. Atlantic, 9:10 Newfoundland Labrador time. Get up to date on Bell Line 5 TV1's local sports cards with Scott and Sarah. That's the Sideline Scoop, Mondays on CTV Morning Live Atlantic. My name is Dan Hobson. This is the bronze medal game between the Landworks Gulls and the Western Hurricanes. From beautiful Berwick, Nova Scotia, Kings Mutual Center. Hurricanes up by 3. And they'll be pressing to get another one here as they've got a minute and 37 left on the power play that carried over here into this period. Shots 26-14. And penalty coming up, so that didn't last too much. 9 seconds gone. And now it's a two-man advantage, so things going from bad to worse here for the Gulls. Another penalty coming up. And now there'll be 2 men down for a minute and 30. And going to the gate is Cam McDonald. Nine seconds here in the third period. We're getting the announcement here. Going to be a roughing penalty, so 5 penalties here for the Gulls in this one. And now a 2-man advantage for a minute and 10. So they'll have to set this triangle up here. Are the Gulls. Spittle and Keys, Beck, Charles, Glover here, power play unit 4. The Western Hurricanes. Benjamin, pardon me. So here is Spittle now. We'll go back over to Keys. Keys fires a shot. And that's kicked out there by Gavin McGinn. Coming up to the 1 minute mark. 40 seconds left. In the penalty to McLeod. He's off for slashing. Shot. McGinn. Oh, he put the hand around the C to make sure it didn't squeeze through. Not so sure. Playing his final major Bantam Hockey League game here this morning is Gavin McGinn. 35 seconds left in the penalty here to McLeod. Face-off one cleanly there by the Hurricanes. There's a shot and a deflection by Cook down low. But it's going to be called knocked down for a high stick. It will be brought back outside the line. They were trying to whack it over the crossbar, but brought the stick up a little bit too high, so we'll bring it outside the line. 25 seconds left in the McLeod penalty. Another clean face-off win by the Hurricanes. Chisholm, but he put the puck right onto the stick of Purdy, who sends it down the ice. Purdy up there trying to force things. Also is Young and Keating. 5 seconds left in the penalty to McLeod, so it'll be a 5-on-4. Cook tried to go down, but a nice piece of work there by Keating. In the meantime, McLeod is off, and he'll join the play. You see him right there on your screen. 5-on-4 now for 24 seconds. Nickerson down low, kicked up to his stick there by the Hurricane player, Cook. 2 minutes gone here in the third period. Bronze medal game, Gulls and Hurricanes on 5TV1. Nickerson fired a shot, and the stop there by Nickerson. Or stop there by McGinn on the shot by Nickerson. He got all of it, but there wasn't much in terms of traffic, and you have traffic in front of you, you're going to stop it pretty well 9 times out of 10, even if it has a whole lot of giddy up on it, and it sure did that time. 6 seconds left in the Cam McDonald penalty. Probably not the effort that I'm sure that Ian Haverstock was looking for, but was proud of his troops last night in that tough loss against the all-credit Auto Rangers. So the Landworks Gulls will win the faceoff, dub it towards center. In the meantime, the Cam McDonald, the penalized player, has returned. 5 aside there. Gulls have spent a lot of this game in the penalty box. But really, the goals have not even come on the power play, so 0 for 5 has been the power play for the Hurricanes. Probably something that, they won't be too happy about after the end of this one. But the thing is, it's their final game and they want to go home with a bronze medal. They'll not really reflect on that as that bounces off the inboards and McGinn covers up. 2 minutes and 46 seconds gone here in the third period. 30-14 the shots. The Hurricanes, kudos for an effort here. They've really bounced back, but you kind of figure that maybe the Gulls may be just a little bit flat because your thing is you're built for championships. They've been a model franchise, and it's either all or nothing, and they were devastated with the loss last night. Chasse, who has the puck now, was really frustrated. You could see him when that Riley Kidney goal went in, was really dejected, frustrated, banging the stick on the boards in frustration. Cam McDonald going back in his own zone, bothered there by McLean. Here's a late pass up to Hurlbert. Hurlbert now for burst of speed. You got to wonder if he's fully at 100%. A couple of days ago, he was needed assistance off the ice. Didn't play in their game yesterday morning against these Hurricanes. There's a shot there by Cam McDonald. They're trying to bounce it in off the inboards and off of McGinnis, but McGinnis covers up. Not really the positioning that you'd kind of like for a goaltender. If you're facing the inboards, means that you can't see what's going on behind you, or in this case in front in the high slot, but he had the puck. 3:31 gone here in the period. Here is Miro right now. Will go back into his own zone and start things up. He'll go high off the glass. Carruthers got a piece of it, but it still came outside the line. Flip tie. Here's a foot race. Purdy unable to get there time as the big stick of Dickerson knocked it out of harm's way. Gulls had the touch up. That allowed the Hurricanes to break out. Not a really good first pass there for them to generate in terms of anything offensively. They'll get a second chance. Nickerson gets the return pass. Centering near to Amiro, a little bit too far out of his reach. McGilvery and the rest of the Gulls back there. Here's a late pass. Clyde fires and a pad save by McGinnis. I'm not sure if he tried to steer it towards the near side boards, but Klein walked into it. Got the howitzer away. He was up to the task. 4.5 gone here in the period. Final period for these teams here in their seasons. And I know that there are some players that are playing their final games. You talked about McGinn and, Boudreau also for the Western Hurricanes. That sit down the ice. I'm sure that there's plenty more as well. Not enough to get to the icing line, so play continues on as we come up to the 5-minute mark. 31-17 the shots. And the thing is, of course, the Landworks Gulls, they have a lot of opportunities here for some second-year players, but this was a heavy turnover there for them. And to do as well as they did under new coach Ian Haverstock in his first year taking over for Andre Lefebvre. All credit there is a big hit behind the boards that the Hurricanes show their appreciation for, as well as the fans that have made the trip up from the South Shore. 5.5 gone. Third period. Glover was trying the center, but that's knocked away and out of harm's way. And Gulls get to center ice area. Lane trying to spin away from Klein. Almost put it right onto his stick. He'll dump it in, and they'll make changes. And fresh off is Ben Charles up there looking for a loose puck there for the Hurricanes. But it's going to be the Gulls that break out, but sent back in quickly by the Hurricanes. They'll winning some puck battles here along the boards are the bigger Hurricane team. Just past the 6-minute mark as Benjamin sends it in towards the corner. I'm not sure if he wanted to get a little bit more on it, but he went in after it. Chasse now can't settle it down. Kept in by the Hurricanes. 6.5 gone. Third period. 4-1 the score. All scoring came in the first period. Speaking of scoring, the lone goal scorer for the Landworks Gulls, Chasse, that's a delayed offside. Hurlbert has to get out as well as Cam McDonald. They touch up. Now they're onside. There is Hurlbert. Has his pocket picked. Nice stick there by Spittle. He's had a solid championships, hasn't he? Sent down the ice, icing waved off. Adam McDonald sends it along the near side boards. Gulls making some changes here. Lead pass out of the reach of Edwards, and this will be iced there by the Gulls, and the face-off coming down in their own zone. Visit bellalliant.ca/TV1 for the TV1 live webcast schedule and on-demand content. You'll also get information on TV1 live events available only to Bell Alliant 5 customers in Atlantic Canada. Channel 1 and 401, 5 TV1. Brought to you by Bell Alliant. Playback underway here from the Kings Mutual Center in Berwick, Nova Scotia, a.k.a. the Apple Dome. Bronze medal game between the Landworks Gulls and the Western Hurricanes. Landworks Gulls, of course, the team that's won the provincials last year, and we're hoping to go there once again and represent Nova Scotia. This time they'd be playing in Cornwall, Prince Edward Island between April 6th and 9th. Not going to be happening, of course. Some of the teams that are in there and are the Tricom Thunder. Congratulations to them for winning, and that's going to be an interesting series for the New Brunswick series between Fredericton and Dieppe. Had a chance to see the Dieppe Flyers back in January, and they actually took on a Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League team in the Joan L. Gem Cougars, and man, it was a rout. Got up there to, like, in terms of double figures, in terms of goals, I believe it was 12-2 or something. Just a team that's cooking with gas as that rolls into McGinnis, and he covers up. Yannick and Cedric Bastarash, a couple of the dangerous Dieppe Flyer players, and if they're the one that's going to the Atlantics in April representing New Brunswick, the team that comes out of Nova Scotia, whether it's the Whalers or whether it's the Rangers, they're going to have their work cut out against them. There's a shot there. I'm not sure if McGinnis got it. Once again, McGinnis positioning a little bit questionable here. Oh, McLeod once again. That's almost repeat of yesterday's game against the Senators. Right there, but unable to connect. Big hit there by Glover as he knocks his man down. Now he gets the puck. Quickly up is McGilvery. Carruthers getting back there defensively to stop that. Now a penalty coming up. It's going to be an interference penalty to Glover as he was a little bit too anxious. He got a little bit happy with his hit on McGilvery. He kept on pressuring, and now he'll go to the box for 2 or less for the interference. Third power play coming up here for the Landworks Gulls. 8 minutes and 45 seconds, the time of that one here in the third period. But Hurricanes just fantastic in the face-off circle here. Send it down. 11:07 left to go. Third period. And the good old hockey game from Berwick, Nova Scotia. Cam McDonald thought about shooting in and he faked. Dangles, sets up Hurlburt. One-timer deflection goes over the net. Carruthers fires a shot. That's on the net, played. Continuing on, shot, scores, and you know that went in. As the water bottle popped up in the air. And that makes it 4-2. So they cash in on it. The time of it is 9:17. We'll wait the official announcement. It's happened so quickly. Tic-tac-toe, 4-2. So now we could be in for an interesting finish. Especially if Ian Haverstock shortened his bench. Cam McDonald. I thought it might have been, but I couldn't quite recognize the number. But Cam McDonald finishing off the season very well. He had a very good playoff round against the Truro Bearcats in game number 1 from the old barn known as the Colchester Legion Stadium. He got the Gulls what worked out to be eventually the game-winning goal as Truro was unable to win that hockey game. They had to come from behind, but Gooby was stellar in nets for that one, and he gets the goal here, and that's a crucial one, making it 4-2. So all of a sudden we'll see if the Hurricanes are going to be on their heels after that one. 9:45 left. Hurricanes changing. That hits the skate of Charles and goes in towards the corner. And the Gulls now look like they have a little bit of extra giddy up in their step as Keating's going along the boards. And it gets out. It was McNamara, pardon me, set in. And McGinnis will settle it down there for his defense partner. A little bit too far out of the reach of Lane. Benjamin up there for the Hurricanes. Sent in towards the corner. Gulls trying to force a situation right now. And a nice stick. And holding the line was Dempster. Nice piece of work. Got to the blue line, but not out. McLeod out here along with Cooper and McNamara. They pretty well know that they got a bump and grind to come up with scoring chances. That was almost picked off by McNamara. Was in the neighborhood. Couldn't get a stick on it. McNamara tried to get a shot. Has his pocket picked. Nickerson now. Lead pass as Beck got in behind the D. Beck stopped by McGinn. Big rebound, but coming back there was Adam McDonald. Now he's got a burst of speed. Goes in. Falls over a stick of Boudreau. No call. Teeing it up as that hits Boudreau. Boudreau having a good shift here for the Hurricanes. Another breakout pass picked off by the Gulls. Shot blocked in the slot. 8:20 to go and set down the ice. Hurricanes just trying to lay pressure and trying to get a much needed change. Reminder, watch Inside the AUS on TV1 for a weekly look at the players, coaches, and administrators that make Atlantic University Sport the ultimate student-athlete experience. Inside the AUS is available to Bell Line 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on Channel 141 as well as online. 5 TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliant. 8:04 left as that rolls in on McGinnis, and he covers up for the whistle with 8:02 left, and the Hurricanes just hoping that the next 8:02 on the clock goes by real quick so they could send the bronze medal back. Of course, the thing is that they're not really what you call based out of a certain community. They have so many players from all over the place. They play some of their games out of Liverpool at the Queen's Place Emera Center, a beautiful facility that we were at last year for the female AA Bantam Atlantics back in April. Queen's Place Emera Center, beautiful facility. They're also the home of the Liverpool Privateers, the Junior B Hockey League. McLean with a fantastic job getting it out. Lots of stick in the process, but got it out over the line. Gulls have a little bit of a giddy up here, trying to get back into it. It's a 4-2 hockey game with time running out here with 7:10 left and a 2-goal uphill climb. Brown kicks it to his stick. McLean, nice move, backhander, no. As Gavin McGinn came out, cut the angle down and didn't give him much to shoot at, and it was a sharp angle, he might have got a piece of it. In behind the net. Here it is. It's in the blue ice, but the Gulls right there. Chassis 1-on-2 as the Gulls are changing. Puts a waster from a sharp angle. It's wide. Young just off the bench. Sends it towards the slot. Lots of traffic there. Chisholm gets there as well as Cam McDonald. Couple of players fighting for a puck. Far side boards. 6:20 left. A trip there, and referee right in that area saw it. Had to call it. Penalty number 6 here for the Gulls. And it's Hurlburt for the trip. 13:45 the time. So this could be pretty well curtains if the Hurricanes can put one here. Pass McGinn on the power play. Face off won by the Gulls. Doing some great work there. Down low is McLeod in a penalty killing role. McLeod, Chassis, Young, and Keating. The penalty killers here for the Gulls. The first unit out here for the Hurricanes, so you know that you're going to see lots of Charles Nickerson. Also out here in the role is Boudreau getting some power play time here for the Hurricanes as they'll send it down inside to Benjamin. Benjamin, Charles, and Beck. The three big guys there out front on this line on the power play for the Hurricanes. Coming in was Boudreau, and the shot stopped by McGinn on the nice setup. 5.5 left. This live stream of the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Championships from Berwick, Nova Scotia, proudly presented by 5TV1. 5TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliant. Another shot stopped by McGinn, goes into the netting. Just 5 seconds went off the clock that time. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left in these teams' seasons in 2016-2017. One of them would like to be sending some bronze medal hardware back to the respective hockey organizations. Only one can, and right now it looks to be the Western Hurricanes, but Gulls will have something to say before this is said and done. Amiro out here, Spittle, and Keys here manning the points here for the Western Hurricanes. Centers there in the slot. And a nice piece of work there by Keating, send it down. McNamara Cooper here as well as Dipster. And Adam McDonald, the penalty killers here for the Gulls with 4:50 left, 36 seconds left in the Hurlburt tripping penalty. Cook going in, going to be bumped there by McDonald. McDonald trying to keep it along the boards as much as he can to kill some time, can't. Hurricanes come up with it. Lane or Spittle fires a shot that's blocked. McNamara was thinking of a short-handed chance. Set back in by the Hurricanes, and then the Gulls send it down the ice, kill some more seconds off the penalty to Hurlburt, which has 8 seconds left. Spinning around. Takes a couple of whacks there. Is Lowell. Lead past the Cook. Carruthers with a good stick. Knocks it in. The penalty's over. 5 aside now. And now the Gulls have to concentrate on trying to get some chances here at McGinnis and get some pressure before this one is over. It has 3:57 left here in the third period, 4-2. Purdy up there handling, can't come up with it, but walking the line there was Edwards out of Upper Tantallon. Right into McGinnis, big rebound, cleared by the Hurricanes and down. 4-2 the score. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the bronze medal game here in Berwick, Nova Scotia. Glover picks the pocket, goes down low, sharp angle, tried to go through again along the icing line. He stopped it. Puck is loose now inside the goal zone, but not for long. Here's Edwards now going along the near side, puts the brakes on, tries to center it, but the Hurricanes all back here. Really closing anything in terms of passing lanes and shooting lanes here for the Gulls. That goes high, knocked down there by the Hurricanes, but it's going to be a hand pass with 2 minutes and 58 seconds left to go. Once again, we want to remind everybody this live stream of the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Championships from Berwick, Nova Scotia, proudly presented by 5TV1. 5TV1 brought to you by Bell Alliant. And folks, gold medal game coming up at 1 o'clock this afternoon here on Bell 5TV1. It features the teams that were 6th and 7th ranked coming into it. The 6th ranked Rangers, 7th ranked Whalers, Dartmouth Whalers, All Credit Auto Rangers. Cole and I will have the call here on Bell 5TV1. And we can see right now that the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League executives, led by Todd Watson, are getting everything ready for the bronze medal presentation. Shot by McLean, stopped by McGinn. Looks like right now that those medals will be going back with the Western Hurricanes. Hurricanes finished first in the round robin, but they ran into a hot goaltender and the likes of Joe Chambers. The Whalers are a team that seemed to, found their stride and picked it up just in the nick of time towards the end of the season, and they have just been fantastic. So that should be an excellent gold medal game between the Whalers and the all-credit Auto Rangers. 2 minutes left to go. Third period, there's a collision there between a couple of 11s, Carruthers of the Gulls and Cook, there for the Western Hurricanes. Klein needs to generate some offense. Oh, nice stick there by Lawson Cook out of Hubbards. 100 seconds left to go in the season and in this third period for these two teams. Now 90 seconds. Carruthers will flip it in. We've got to wonder what the strategy is here for Ian Haverstock. Is he going to pull McGinn, or is he just going to keep on trying and wait till the 1 minute mark? That's the interesting strategy. Dumped in by Keys, but that doesn't get too deep. 70 seconds left. 4-2 the score. Hurricanes with some pressure. Keep an eye on McGinn to see if he goes. But once again, the Hurricanes just there, and they're really denying any chance of a breakout here for the Gulls to try to even get McGinn to the bench. Once again, Beck with the hand-eye skills to knock it down. 50 seconds left. Here's Hurlbert now with a burst of speed. McGinn making his way to the bench. There he goes. 6 attackers on here for the Gulls. 40 seconds left. 4-2 to score. McDonald falls down the play. No penalty. Nickerson now 2-on-2. He's got Benjamin as well. Sends it in towards the corner. 30 seconds just trying to kill time as opposed to try to get at the empty net. Carruthers with the puck. He'll have to go for a rush here as the Gulls will send probably 4 or 5 wide. They'll get to the blue line. 4 and dumped in. 15 seconds left. Cam McDonald. Stellar playoff round and pretty well good season there for the Gulls as the Hurricanes will freeze it along the boards. Your bronze medal champions in the provincial championships, the Western Hurricanes. You can see Sean Woodworth just trying to make sure nothing in terms of shenanigans, and the Gulls disappointed once again. The team that I would think were going to be one of the odds-on favorites to win the championship this year and represent Nova Scotia at the Atlantics in Cornwall, Prince Edward Island. Their season has come to an end, and for Gavin McGinn, his time with the Gulls in Major Bantam has come to an end. As the teams do some handshakes, of course, we will stick around for the player of the game presentation, and then we will sign off and get everything ready for the big one coming up, the gold medal game between the Dartmouth Whalers and the all-credit Auto Rangers. Also, of course, talked about Gavin McGinn. Of course, Mario Boudreau was a second-year player as well. There could be many more as well playing their last game here, and some of them will have some hardware to remember it by as McLeod and Robar shake hands there, center ice area, and of course, goaltenders have a good moment. So teams are lining up here, the players of the game. Cam McDonald, and he did have a solid, 50 minutes here, the player of the game, Cameron out of Hamilton Plains, Nova Scotia. 24 points in 33 games in the regular season. And they'll give it to Connor McGinnis out of Chester Basin, Nova Scotia, the player of the game for the Western Hurricanes. So congratulations once again to Sean Woodworth and his staff and the entire Western Hurricanes. They will be your bronze medalists here at the 2016-2017 Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League Provincial Championships. We want to thank you for tuning in to the broadcast. My name is Dan Hobson. So long, and you can actually enjoy watching the ceremonies here from the Kings Mutual Center as the bronze medals are being handed out to the Western Hurricanes. So long for now.